A night of binge drinking and group sex. A morning after of regret.
She wasn't really left with much of a choice in the matter.
Is this teenager's last flurry of text a confession or a cry for help?
She wouldn't answer texts, wouldn't answer phone calls.
2 days later, Katelin Akens vanishes. Did she run away or was she taken?
She flat out didn't trust him.
Next thing we know, he's bringing out her suitcase. And we were like, uh-oh.
Now, Crime Watch Daily with the latest on a Virginia gone girl. Exclusive discoveries, shocking messages.
Is he coming towards us?
And a run-in with a man police say is a person of interest and the last known person to see her.
You don't have to run away.
19-year-old Katelin Akens was always unique.
She can make you laugh very quick. The way she talks and the way she tries to fumble over stuff, it's funny. We laugh at her.
Quirky, also unpredictable and emotional.
Sometimes she also cried a lot. She was a crier. She cried very easily.
But like any teen, always attached to her phone.
We talked every day. She's the one person that I could tell everything to. And I think the same went for her too.
The outgoing teen's romances were as devil-may-care as every other part of her life, leading her from boyfriend to boyfriend, and even to a girlfriend, an eventual fiancé named Amber.
We were dating once. We dated once, yeah. And I'd known prior that her and Amber had feelings toward each other. I was like, well, who am I to, stand in the way of that, when that obviously made her happy.
It's true love, and Katelin travels across the country to be with Amber in Arizona, and a new life far from her hometown in Virginia. But there was one thing that sent her running back home. Her sister Gabby had a baby boy.
I was very excited to see him. And to come here to see us, and she saw a couple of her friends while she was here. She was just very excited.
Caitlin returns to Virginia in December to hold her new nephew, but the turnaround had to be quick.
How long was she in town for?
From the 1st to the 5th. She was going to stay longer, but she was supposed to start cosmetology school on the 7th.
But Caitlin's trip back to Arizona would hit a disastrous roadblock. And it starts with her ride to the airport.
Katelin was supposed to leave December 5th.
December 5th.
At like 5:40 p.m. I had to work, so I wasn't able to take her. So my last resort was calling my ex-husband.
That was the last resort.
Last resort.
Lisa's ex-husband helped raise Katelin and her younger sister Gabby. But Caitlin's friends say life with stepfather wasn't always smooth sailing.
She flat out didn't trust him. She felt very nervous around him and that he was kind of abusive to an extent.
Physically or verbally?
I can't confirm physical because she never outright told me, but definitely verbally.
Those allegations have never been substantiated, and Katelin never filed charges of abuse against her ex-stepfather. And at 9:20 on Saturday morning, the day she went missing, hours before Caitlin's flight at 5:40 that night, Lisa drops Katelin off at her ex's.
And talked to him to make sure it was still okay. And let him know what time her flight was leaving and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. He says, I have to be at work at 3 that day, so she'll just be dropped off a little early. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He said, okay. And it never happened. She never made it to the airport.
In a text at 1:52 that afternoon, Lisa's ex says Katelin asks to be dropped off at the Springfield Mall metro station, 2 stops from Reagan Airport in D.C. It's an odd request.
She's never really been on that metro before since she was like 6, 7. So I don't know why he would do that.
He just said, yes, I'm going to do it?
He just said, yes, he was going to do it.
Odd but not alarming. Yet, then a series of puzzling text messages appear. Only 8 minutes after the ex says he dropped Katelin at the mall, Lisa receives this message from her daughter's phone. I'm at the airport. Battery dying, so won't be able to text for a bit. But then Lisa learns that Katelin had sent her fiancé this peculiar message at 11:56 a.m. Something came up. I'm not coming back today. I'll let you know when I get a new flight. I won't be able to text for a bit.
I got nervous when Amber had texted or messaged me saying that Katelin wasn't coming home. She needed a new flight. Something was wrong with her flight. And I was like, what do you mean? She said she was there.
Then at 7:15 p.m., 2 hours after missing her flight, a final text to Lisa. The message is simple, but maybe the most disturbing. I'm staying with a friend. I need some time alone.
What'd you think?
Didn't sound right. It didn't look right because it was 2 messages too. And she doesn't do that. She'll wait for you to respond and then she'll send another one.
Wasn't her style.
Wasn't her style.
Those messages would be Katelin's last.
For her to not text me when she was going back didn't make sense to me because, again, like I said, we talked every day. We texted back and forth constantly. I waited for that text and I never got it.
But it wouldn't be the last sign of Katelin. 2 days after she disappeared, a carry-on suitcase is discovered in the woods of a rural road 44 miles away. It's Katelin's, and what's inside may put a different spin on the entire case. Next, Katelin's gone, but baffling clues appear.
Me and Gabby looked at each other and were like, we're never going to see her again.
And why is Katelin's ex-stepfather refusing to talk?
He won't take the polygraph. There's got to be a reason why he won't do it.
Don't you want to talk?